Thank you for joining us on Design Santa Barbara. I'm Michael Kurash, and today we are in Santa Barbara Design Center, heading to Montecito, where my dear friend Leesa Wilson Goldmoons have a stunning house to show us. Please join us.
Michael, welcome to Glen Oaks, the original Glen Oaks.
This is amazing. It just takes your breath away. You gotta look at it for a minute to realize that is so grandeur. It's beautiful from outside, but even more beautiful from inside.
It is a stunning property. Stanford White, we think, one of the rare West Coast homes that he did. (1896).
As the year was built, so it's already over 120 years old. Wow.
And stands the test of time. Certainly, Stanford White built, Mark Appleton and D.D. Ford have recently renovated it. Gorgeous, classic center hall, dining room, sunroom. But first, let's go to the living room.
I'd love to see.
One of the things that I think is so pretty about this house is that the new owners have painted it completely white. It just oozes light and space.
It looks very airy and light and happy. We did a house last season and it had the same feeling, but this is even bigger and lighter.
Old homes don't have to be dark. They don't have to be stodgy. The original fireplace, which is stunning with the overmantel. The original lights that I think are just so pretty.
Oh, those are original to the house?
Yes.
The sconces? Wow, they're beautiful.
And then what we've done is lightened it and brightened it for how people live today. This is one of your gorgeous rugs that I love. And
yes, you mentioned you had an amazing project, and here it is. It's beautiful. Actually adds quite a lot to the room. Nice.
Yeah. Well, I was lucky because the house was done when I got here, and we just needed to make it livable. So it was really a wonderful project for me to be able to put in furniture that feels comfortable, yet really cozy, elegant.
It feels not staged. I mean, I know you staged this house for sale, but it feels like somebody has been living here for, I don't want to say 20 years, because it's outdated. Every furniture is brand new and very up to date. It looks beautiful. It looks like somebody lives here, actually.
Thank you.
Very nice.
When you have a house that's on the market for $9.5 million, you up your game. You want it to look like this is how people live, and it is. I think that that's the beauty of it. It doesn't have to be fussy. It doesn't have to be scary. It's wonderful and comfortable.
I think this is a rare gift you have, actually, that you make the houses look like not they're staged, look like there's somebody living, and that's probably the reason the houses you make, they sell quickly. So, you know, it's a true thing, but it's beautiful. It's fabulous out here.
Let's go into the library.
Let's check it out.
And then we'll take the rest of the tour. One of the original lanterns that was found on the property.
Oh, this was actually original here? You know, they make new lamps that look like that, but this is actually a little bit better even. Look at that.
I think just beautiful. And again, the aspect to the outside, it's so bright. And what a comfortable room. And again, for 21st century, this can be a great TV room. This is off the living room, so it's more entertaining space, but can also be very, very comfortable.
It is comfortable. It's a huge house, but every room has its own warmth. You created little vignettes, little nooks that they're comfortable. Even the huge living room doesn't feel that huge.
Yeah.
It's bigger than some people's homes.
True. Bigger, twice as big as my first apartment in New York.
Honestly. All right, so where do you go from here?
Let me show you the dining room. I love it.
Let's check it out.
Michael, I love this dining room.
I do too. Oh my gosh.
It's green and gray and gorgeous.
It's beautiful. Look at this thing.
The inspiration for this room was taken, again, off of the fireplace, which is beautiful. And we wanted it just to be beautiful, calm,
and it is.
Pretty. A place to enjoy. Everybody gets their own cashmere.
This is it. That's what I noticed also everywhere else. You have a lot of these beautiful shawls. Now, next time I do something, I will buy a bunch of these too. This is really beautiful. Well, I love your cleverness on these slipper covertures.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. Look at that.
Yeah, we really...
just tell them about the viewers. You put that classical, kind of, let's say, I hate to say it, old-fashioned chandelier with this modern, completely new table and the chairs, and it works very well together.
Again, the chandelier was here, and we wanted to show with the very classic fireplace and the very classic chandelier how you can live for today, what we do, how we can relax. We don't need fussy chairs. We don't need to be like this. We can have a cashmere shawl over our shoulders while we're eating.
It's just beautiful.
Of course, the bar.
The bar is there too. Well,
my biggest concern.
I don't like to drink that much, you know. So, anyway, it's beautiful. I had actually yesterday came to my attention. Yesterday was asking. They had a modern room and they wanted a classical chandelier. I said, why not?
Of course.
Now they should watch this episode with Leesa, and here it is. She uses the classical
here's
chandelier.
Here's how you do it.
Beautiful.
And then what I love is from here, we go out to the sunroom, which then leads to the backyard, which is just glorious. The sunroom
I feel the warmth already.
So much fun.
Let's check it out.
And wine cellar if you should need it.
Oh, well, I saw some Dom Perignons in there.
Look how sunny and bright.
This actually is beautiful. It feels like warmer than it should be. I mean, it's just somehow just amazing.
Well, often in East Coast houses especially, and we know Stanford White hailed from the East Coast, a sunroom would give you that warmth in the winter. When it's so cold outside, at least the sun comes in and it radiates. And with Santa Barbara weather and in Montecito, sometimes the evenings are cool. Look at a great place to just spend the rest of the night.
I can imagine the warmth actually stays overnight. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so saunter in here after dinner and have a cigar and an aperitif.
There you go.
An after-dinner drink.
It's beautiful. You bring the blues. It's just
well,
fantastic.
These I found at your shop. I love these.
You, yes.
I think they're wonderful.
Those are the nicest chairs. There's a gentleman, Mark Sykes, makes it, and he's just very good at it.
It suits the room.
It looks beautiful. I mean, you tied the whole room together and different elements, and they tie nicely together. Very nice. Beautiful.
Well, from here, let's go to the kitchen because it's also just stunning.
How about I stay here for now? It's so beautiful.
Come on.
Okay.
I love this kitchen.
What is not to like about it? It's ginormous. It really is big. But I think this is the biggest island we have ever had in the show.
Well, they obviously did a very good job on their remodel.
So what is it? It's like about 20 by 40, something like that? Feels
if
like
you say
it.
so. Sure.
Yeah. It looks beautiful. It's very white, very nice, very airy.
And again, I think for today's living, I know that that Mark and Dee Dee Ford flipped the original plan, and in an older home, the kitchen would have been in the back because it wouldn't have been important, because that would have been where the help did things. But now that we don't do that anymore, the kitchen is here, so the whole family can be here, and this is the heart of the home, as they say, with all modern appliances. And then if we go this way, though, here's where we have breakfast. We don't need a fussy dining room all the time.
So that's a mini nook, and here it is, you look outside when you're cooking.
Exactly. And then this great little conversation, hang out, watch the family while we're just in the afternoons after school.
Again, you brought the blue in here, but this is a different blue. Like the one we had in sunroom was kind of like a crisp blue. This is a little more subtle, a little more quieter, and it's just fabulous.
It just felt like the house it's a happy house, and it's a bright house. And this is just, blue is the color of thought, it's the color of conviviality. It makes people happy.
It is beautiful. That ECAT pillow is just stunning. I've never seen a fabric like that. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Good
That's
job.
an antique piece.
It is, and I like the beautiful ECATs around it. Nice.
Yeah.
So can I ask you for a favor? Can I look at the refrigerator? I love cooking, and I want to see that.
Be my guest.
All right, let's check that out. All right, I had to see this refrigerator. This is just amazing. I love cooking, and imagine the food you can put in here. Nice. This alone would make the house sell, to me at least.
Well, then I can tell you who to call to make an offer.
There you go. Where do we go from here, Leesa?
Let's go upstairs to the master.
All right, let's do that. Wow, what a stunning first floor. I'm looking forward to see how the second floor looks like. We'll be right back after the commercials. Stay tuned. There is more Design Santa Barbara after the break. This week on Design FYI, we're going to talk about sofas and the unknown mistakes people make. Did you know average American spends 46 minutes a day in a car? But they spend 5 hours and 4 minutes on average on a sofa. So why would you go out there and spend tens of thousands of dollars for something you use for 46 minutes and then go ahead and buy something cheap that you sit on it for 5 hours and 4 minutes? At Santa Barbara Design Center, we create your custom sofa that is made for you specifically and to your shape and size and comfort, and your family. So when you're sitting and watching TV or talking and conversing with your friends, you're sitting on actually something that represents you. Your car represents you. Why shouldn't your sofa? Thank you for joining us on Design FYI this week, and please come see me at Santa Barbara Design Center, 4th and Olive, and let me help you find the right sofa for you and your family.
Welcome to Rugs & More. We provide the West Coast with the most comprehensive collection of new, oriental, and antique rugs. Rugs are solid art investments and often become cherished family treasures. Our limitless inventory will warm up your home. Exotic or traditional, tribal or modern, our rugs weave stories through intricate patterns, compelling colors, and touchable materials. #1 in Santa Barbara for over 20 years. Visit us today at Rugs & More, 410 Olive Street in Santa Barbara.
Today on Michael's Minute, I would like to talk to you about fabrics. Fabrics are quite essential items for your upholstery and window covering, and we have a huge selection of them. We have Durally fabrics, Fabricot, my favorite Cravat, we have our own house fabrics, and we have Ralph Lauren. For indoor-outdoor use, we have many different fabrics, and I would highly recommend you to come to Santa Barbara Design Center to see the largest selection of fabrics in town. Santa Barbara Design Center, 4th and Olive. Today we are in Montecito with my dear friend Leesa Wilson Goldmans in this beautiful, stunning Stanford White's designed home. We have seen the first floor, now let's go see the upstairs. Leesa, I enjoyed the first floor, it was amazing. I'm really looking forward to see what you have done upstairs.
It's so pretty and light, and again, today's living in an old house, the owners had put in this sisal in most of the rooms, and it's so perfect.
It's beautiful in this house.
Again, another original light fixture. Again, one of the things that happens in an older home is that at the top of the stairs you would have the master suite in the area. Then you would have the other secondary and third bedrooms. Oftentimes those would have been for domestic help and guests and children. But the master, and one of the things that I think Stanford White did so beautifully, the device of the privacy, there's a vestibule, and then we open up to the rooms.
No, let's see that. I remember last time we were talking about people storing the trunks on the second floor first. That was cool.
Look how light and airy, and the pretty ocean view from the bed.
It looks like you want to get up every morning and say, yes, thank you, God. So beautiful.
This is definitely a room where you start your day by counting your blessings.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at those beautiful trees outside, and you can see the ocean from the other end too.
And
nice.
again, the comfy sisal that the owners put in that makes it not formal, not stuffy. It just makes it relaxed and really enjoyable.
It looks beautiful. And then you have the beautiful headboard with the curves in it, and then the modern lamp.
Well, again, an old house doesn't just have to have old things. We can mix and match. That's what makes it, I think, livable and somebody's home rather than looking like it came from a catalog or it's all one suite of furniture. We really don't do that anymore.
Well, you know, actually what you do is very different than a lot of other stagers, that you have custom made pieces, which I thank you very much for your business, but it doesn't look like you go and it's like a national chain store. Everybody can do that and it gets tiring and old, but this is beautiful. Looks like completely custom made. Is something would have done, you know, for their own home, let's put it that way.
That's what I love so much about what I do. It's fun, it's creative.
It's beautiful.
Thanks. I love this. This used to be, at one point in time, it was probably an open porch, and they've enclosed it to again take advantage of the view, but also to have that intimacy and the privacy of where do we snuggle, where can we have a cup of tea, where can we read a book. And I think it's just the right size for 2 people. And when you're done snuggling, you can go out to the porch and look at the pool.
It's very comfortable, you're right. And you're right, it's just, I don't know where it's snuggling, but you know, we can have a tea here. The chairs are single. But yeah.
You can use your imagination.
Beautiful. And yeah, I'm blown away by the view of it too. You just brought the outdoor indoors. It's just fabulous. You see the blues over there. Now I see where you got your inspiration downstairs.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So this was one of the bedrooms upstairs. I understand there's 7 other ones on this floor.
Exactly.
All right. Can you give us maybe a little tour quickly?
Let's head down the long hallway. And
let's get some exercise.
Right, and see the others, because they're lovely, and they all have bathrooms, and they all have windows that open out to beautiful views.
They all have bathrooms too? Mm-hmm. All right. Let's check that out.
I like this room because it's gender neutral, as I like to say, but it's just, again, warm, cozy, and very relaxed. And then again, what we have here would have been the back hallway in the top, which has a secondary staircase for, again, domestic workers. And this has 5 other bedrooms. Another front bedroom that has an ocean view. This one is just cozy. So we put, again, I like to imagine what happens in these rooms. So this is for the little boy of the house. What I love about this bedroom is the fact that it has a wonderful little balcony. And again, they're all en suite, so it has its own bathroom. It was a great place for a desk. I see this more as a little girl room. We made it a little girlier. So because not everybody needs 8, 9 bedrooms, we made this one into a gym, because a lot of times people need that and want that in a today home. And again, that's one of the ways to adapt an older home that has a lot of rooms to today's living. What I love about this room is, again, you've got a beautiful mountain view, but if you're all the way on the other side of the house and you get up and you just want a little coffee or a bagel, you don't have to go all the way downstairs. This is kind of our upstairs room where you can have a little breakfast or even a late night snack. I saw this as a guest suite. It's just perfect. It's out of the way, it's tucked away so the rest of the family can be chaotic and you can be here in your cozy little cocoon. So back downstairs to this wonderful suite, which could be
crazy. How many bedrooms are in this house?
So this would be bedroom number 8 if we're counting, but off the back wing of the house by the library and the living room, so very secluded, a view out to the pool, which is gorgeous. And for somebody who didn't want an upstairs master, this is quite sufficient for a master bedroom.
Nice. I like it as much as the master bedroom, actually. Well, look at this. That is beautiful bedding you put out there.
Thank you.
It's this beautiful love seat.
This is like for your favorite guest.
And also lack of noise in here.
I know,
mean, we talk
crazy.
about this thing. These are old-fashioned looking windows, but they're brand new and they're dual glazed, and there's no noise in here, actually. It's beautiful. I love the pool. You look outside.
Yeah.
So maybe I should put my name on their guest list.
I like it.
Beautiful.
Do you want to see bedroom number 9?
Oh my goodness. Yes, let's go.
What we are using, because again, today's adaptability, we've turned bedroom number 9 into the office because it's, well, come, I'll show you.
Let's see it.
So Michael, here we are.
This is the 10th, 9th, 11th. What room is that now?
9.
9th room. Beautiful.
And again, if you want a downstairs bedroom, it's great. This has steps down to the pool. That's why we thought office, because so many people work from home today. I know I do, and I would love to have this as my office. It's at the front of the house. You can see people arriving, flooded with light, yet this beautiful veranda and balcony.
And then we have that beautiful pool outside that, you know, you can straight look into it. If you get tired, jump into the pool.
Exactly.
And it's beautiful.
And the beautiful new windows. I love these old chains. This is the brass, the real
They
work
made
of
the
quality.
old, but they're amazing.
Yeah.
They're just like beautiful, and they're completely modern, and isolations and noise. It's beautiful, very nice. And
then here.
can we check that out?
Yes, let's go. Sounds like the neighbors are doing a little work.
It's beautiful.
Look how pretty.
Well, you did a fabulous job of staging this house. It doesn't look a stage. It looks like really like you designed it perfectly for somebody to live in.
Well, the owners were wonderful, and I had plenty of time to really collect and to be intentional about how we make a home look and tell a story. We think staging is really, for me, it's about connecting the dots. Where do I eat, sleep, work, play? What do I do in this room? How does this live for today?
Beautiful. Congratulations. Fabulous house. That's why I love to work with Leesa. She takes the smallest jobs or the biggest mansions and turns them to a most beautiful project. This house is stunning looking and out of the proportion, perfectly done. Looking forward to see her on the next show. Stay tuned. There is more Design Santa Barbara after the break. Today on Design FYI, we're going to talk about what not to buy when you're going shopping for rugs. Most big outlets or national chains, they sell nowadays hand-tufted rugs. This sounds like it's hand knotted, it's done by hand, but actually they are not. It's called hand-tufted and is actually a gun that rolls the wool around the warp, and they are not good rugs at all. So this is a sample we're having here for you to see. Anything that has a backing like this, flip your rugs over at home, see if it has a backing, is absolutely not good. So what it does is it hides what they did below this thing, which is a latex glue, which actually is toxin. And if you have got any rugs over the net, I hate to say it, over the net, because it's easy to sell and they're inexpensive, you buy these things over the internet. So when it comes to your house, they smell. Have you noticed that? They smell more like a gasoline or more like a diesel because they don't let the latex cure. And the latex that glues this wool to this backing smells a lot. On top of that, they shed quite a lot. The wool is cheap because they need to be inexpensive and they shed. I would not recommend you to get anything, again, that has a backing and is glued because it comes apart very easily. It is temporary. It is not a green product because they wear very quickly, end up in the fill, and just basically as a landfill junk we are adding to our planet. The things I would recommend you to get, unlike these things that have backing, is the rugs that they have nuts to them. So as what to buy, I highly recommend you to get some rugs that they are hand knotted. And how you can see, flip it to the back and you can see the knots are done individually and each one is slightly different than the next one because they're done by hand and the intensity of the wool and the pull they have, the weaver, makes them look different. Also the sides are done by hand. That you can see very easily. If you want to buy a real rug, please come to Santa Barbara Design Center and I can gladly help you. Thank you for joining us on Design FYI, Santa Barbara Design Center, Fort and Olive. On this edition of Michael's Minute, I would like to talk to you about mid-century modern furniture. Mid-century modern is described as the period between 1933 and 1965, in which designers such as Eames and Nakashima used clean lines and futuristic materials to propel design into a post-war era. At Santa Barbara Design Center, you can see and feel a variety of mid-century inspired furniture, including our signature leather chairs and recliners with classical wood frames. Accent them with side tables, daybeds, ottomans for a slick, artistic look. Customize these pieces to fit your home perfectly. To bring mid-century modern style to your home, please visit us at Santa Barbara Design Center, 410 Olive Street. Thank you for joining us on Design 411. Today I have again my dear friend Leesa Wilson-Goldmunds, and we're going to ask her a question regarding your needs. So what is, first of all, thank you for being on our show.
You're welcome.
Secondary is, I was wondering what are the most or biggest mistakes somebody can make on their own designing their own house without a designer, or what are your clients that they call you ran into problems with?
That's such a good question.
Thank you, I just came up with it. No, just kidding. All right,
The number one mistake or challenge, I think, for people who are doing this on their own is scale and proportion. Blue painter's tape is your friend. Before you buy that sectional you've seen online, or you come to the store and you say, oh, I want this great sectional.
Don't buy it online, come to my store.
Definitely don't buy it online, because you never know what you're going to get.
Exactly.
Tape it out. Make sure you understand the proportions of a room. If the room is very tall, don't use low things. If the room is small, make sure you can get around pathways. The biggest problem people have when they call me and say, oh, we really messed up our living room, can you come help? I walk in and it's scale. It's scale and proportion. And I think that's the design part. The larger part is don't try to make, as my grandmother's voice is ringing in my ear, don't try to make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. Don't overbuild your house for the neighborhood, for the house that it is. And what frequently happens when I'm called in for things, it's, well, here's the house and then here's the remodel, and it looks like two different homes. Things have to play together nicely, and that proportion and scale is also really important.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for joining us on Design 411. See you next week.